helps if we get on the stage.
Huh?
Helps if we get on the stage,
Oops.
doesn't it? Hope everybody's doing well tonight. It is Tuesday.
Why are we blurry?
Why are we blurry? I don't know. You got your glasses on?
I think even without my glasses, I would notice if we were blurry.
No, we're not blurry.
Look
You got your
blurry.
glasses on. Probably because it's dark, but you don't want the fans on.
I don't want the fans on. You can turn that light on.
I can't reach it because the greenhouse is in the way.
You
Well,
know,
I hope it's not too terribly bad for everybody. Let's go to the comments, see what everybody's saying. Paul says hello.
hello.
I hope everybody had a good week. We survived the frigid temperatures here in Northeast Kansas. We didn't survive. We're dead. We froze to death. Hope everybody else survived though.
Did you see what's coming Friday and Saturday?
-15.
With a wind chill of -50.
No, the wind chill is -15.
They said -50
I don't know who said that.
on the radio.
Before we get into that,
the weather people.
everybody grab your favorite drink. Get some warm cocoa tonight. Get an adult beverage. Get whatever you want. Snuggle in. Wrap that blanket around you and let's talk homestead updates.
You know what sounds good? A hot toddy.
A hot toddy. I can't have
Honey and
alcohol.
cinnamon.
Can't have.
I wasn't saying for you.
Can't have alcohol.
You can make me one.
Uh,
I'll get warm and go to bed.
Before we get into it, let's
No
see who all's in chat.
order. Half a bullet plum.
Brother
Dana
Lynn's
Marie.
here.
Hey y'all.
No Quarter says, I'm tired of this medical ride I've been on for the past month and a half. I don't have my glasses on. I mean, I got my glasses. I just can't read it. Half bubble off plum. 24 inches of snow.
Oof.
For Paul. Well, better you than us, man.
Right.
We only got about 6 inches.
Yeah.
And
Grateful Hearts.
the Grateful Hearts come in?
Grateful Hearts
Okay.
came in.
You're gonna have to tell me when somebody new comes in.
Okay. Well, it's blurry, but
I've been
get my
I've been staring at a computer all day long.
Me
And
too.
my eyes are just strained beyond
I wanna hear
belief.
I do the same thing.
So I hope everybody had a good week. Again, the big story around here is the weather. It was bitterly cold Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, by comparison, wasn't that bad. We got about 6 inches of snow over the course of Friday and Saturday. Sunday was extremely sunny, and it was actually nice by comparison. And then Monday morning, yesterday morning, it was super bitterly cold. It was worse than Saturday, and I spent about 2 hours out in it.
You know, no quarter. It's comments like that that's going to get you a foot of snow by surprise. He said,
Oh, he's in Mesa.
zero.
I didn't realize you were in
Yeah,
Mesa.
his grandma's from Mesa.
No, actually Apache
Yeah,
Junction.
and I have family in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yep,
I think
I
they're
know.
still there. Yeah.
I know Phoenix very well in
Yeah.
the Mesa area.
Yep.
I remember no quarter. I remember flying into Sky Harbor and getting off the airplane, walking down the stairs and walking across the tarmac, and then driving out Superstition Highway when it was 2-lane. I think last time we were there, it was 8-lane.
No, was it that way?
Yeah, well, it was 8-lane out to
I
Mesa,
don't
and then it turned
remember.
into 4-lane
I don't remember.
Past
That was
that.
a long time ago.
going out to Gold Canyon. Yeah, you know what? The desert has a beauty in its own. The heat could do without though. Last time we were there, I thought I was going to burst into flames walking across the parking lot. But you know what? It's a beautiful country out there. We like Phoenix. Before we go, if you're in chat and you're on YouTube, get into the live chat because that's where all the cool kids hang out. Top chat, you're going to miss some of the messages. Plumber Mickey.
No quarter says he would love an inch of snow. It was declared emergency.
We'll go up to Flagstaff. You get snow up there.
Yeah, remember that when we were driving through, we almost got snowed in Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I went on leave
We
one
found
time.
like literally the last hotel room.
I went on leave one time from Yuma, and I couldn't leave until about 11:30. So I was sunbathing, and they let me check out in shorts. I didn't have to be in uniform, so I was in shorts and a t-shirt. And by the time I got to Flagstaff, I jumped out and was getting into the trunk of the car because I had to get sweats on and a jacket because it was blizzard conditions. Driving across there like that, I got behind a semi and spent about 2 hours bumper to bumper with the semi going up that hill. So yeah, it's definitely different out there. But so the animals, knock on wood, we did not lose any animals to the cold. We did lose a chicken to the turkeys. She was not doing she wasn't doing well. The cold was kind of getting to her, and I don't know if the turkeys were trying to breed with her or what, but I went out there and found one of the big toms actually standing on top of her, and we brought her in and tried to save her, and it just didn't work. We weren't able to save her, so she's out there. She's a chicken sickle out there right now. I got to wait till it thaws up a little bit so I can cut her up and turn her into dog food before we bury the rest of her. But other than that, the goats and the sheep did really well. We got a bale of hay. They went through they're through a bale and a half of hay in a week and a half. So the cold weather, they're really munching down on that hay, and I fed them some extra grain.
That's fine. Their wool's looking really good. So
except for Traveler, one of the bucks or somebody got a hold of her and pulled hair off her back again. So, but she's a tough old bird. Her baby and the Holstein baby are doing really well. They're still suckling. She made the point last week, as long as we're giving them milk, they're gonna stay on the bottle. So I'm gonna start weaning them back a little bit. In fact, the little boy didn't drink any milk this morning because he was full from mama.
Okay. Yeah. I think because now they can supplement with some other stuff. So
right. Well, and he's eating hay. And I put the trough heater out there. First time I've used the trough heater in a while, and it's keeping the water.
Are words hard for you right now?
I belched. I had.
Yeah, you said, I don't know. That sentence sounded weird to me. I don't know. It's okay.
It's because your eyes are weak. I've been sitting in front of
Does it have to do with my ears? Probably going deaf too. I'm pretty sure I am.
But yeah, but they're able to drink the water even when it was -8 degrees on Monday morning. It kept the water unfrozen, and there's a little hole about that big around in the big old trough that they could drink through, but they were able to drink through it. So they're staying hydrated and they're eating. The chickens and turkeys, yeah, it blows my mind because even with the weather like it is, the turkeys are still roosting up in the tree. We got like 4 or 5 of them that roost up there every night, no matter what the weather's like. Now the big black tom, when it gets really bad, he'll go into the coop. But other than that, he sleeps on top of the coop. Now, he's one of the reasons why I can't have a water catchment on it, because he craps all over the roof and it goes down into the water thing. So I can't harvest any rainwater off of it.
It's pretty gross.
What?
It's pretty gross. And
the dogs have been dogs out in the cold. They'll go out there and spend about 20 minutes out there, and then it's like, hey, it's time to come back in. Except for Fancy, you left her outside all day long today.
She didn't. She wanted to go outside.
Yeah, I believe it. Fancy got in trouble this week because I've been letting her off the chain. We're trying to socialize her more. Had her in the house off the chain. So all the liberals that say I'm mean because I keep her on a chain in the houses would be happy.
Could finally learn why.
Because she got into the trash. She was cooking this weekend, and Fancy decided to stick her nose in the trash. She was doing really good until you started cooking. As soon as you started putting trash out there, she decided she needed to go get in it.
Do you know why? Because she's an outdoors dog. Just saying.
She enjoys being. She does. When that temptation's out there, she does really well in the house. You got to admit, she goes.
It's my house, not the dog's.
She lays down in front of the fire and just soaks it up, and is very calm. And then what was it, 2 nights ago, I came in complaining about her. Yeah. Was it Sunday night? I had her off the chain. It was dark. I was filling water up and moving some hay and getting everything done, and I had her off the chain, and she saw a deer. And you would have thought her tail was on fire the way she ran out the gate and up the hill. She was probably a quarter mile away, and I could still hear her barking after the deer. She finally came back. She came back. I went out to the road to yell for her, and she comes zipping down the road. She like literally ran by the driveway and came to a screeching halt, slid to a halt as I yelled at her, and then came inside. So I put her on her chain because yeah. Oh, what's this? What do we got? No quarter.
IKEA assembly. Do it.
No, I'm trying to read what everybody's saying. Or the 14 inches of snow here from IKEA came in 1 gallon jug of water with a label, some assembly required. And it didn't have very good instructions, did it?
Right.
Gotta love IKEA assembly. Somebody used to love going to IKEA. We got a big IKEA in is it Lenexa or it's in Lenexa?
Lenexa.
In Lenexa, Kansas, which is part of Kansas City. She used to love going over there, and then she would get the fish toothpaste. If you ever go to IKEA, get the fish toothpaste.
I don't know why I don't go more now. We're the same amount away.
Because it costs money.
No, it's the same drive.
But it costs money.
But it's the same drive.
Lynn says, so Fancy's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
You know, there's times that she's very intelligent. There's other times that she's
dumb.
She makes a box of rocks look smart.
Yeah. And
when the coyotes are out, or she sees a possum or the deer, she just loses her mind and she just goes nuts. I don't know if you guys remember, we had a possum that was hanging out underneath the deck at night sometimes, and it would just drive Fancy nuts. She would be out there barking and sniffing. She could smell the possum underneath there, but she couldn't get to it. Yeah. But yeah, she's a sweet dog though. She's a very sweet dog. Correct? Would you say so?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was out there looking. I'm trying to plan spring projects, and I was looking at where I want to put the rabbit hutches. And guys, I'm telling you, I don't know where I can put them where they're not going to be just brutally abused by the northern winds. I can't think of any place that I can put them where they're either going to bake in the sun all day long in the summertime, or
you can't put him back in the woods. I mean, we could.
No, you can't put him back.
That's where Hitch keeps his. So
his rabbits
in the woods, in hutches.
I thought he kept them up next to the house.
No, no, because it's shady down there. They get shade and wind block. So you might talk to him. It might be an idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's too far to walk, though. Seriously,
That's a you problem.
Well, yeah, it's my problem because I can take care of him.
So, but yeah. So I don't know, but
I don't know if I can figure it out. Mrs. Hacks said that she's got some rabbits for us come springtime. So I got to get hutches up, and
they just got a carport,
right,
and then put walls on it, and then put them in, and we could do something like that. So you just got to start looking for used carports.
Oh, Mo.
What?
The oxycodone. Prescribed me oxycodone. I forgot to call it into the pharmacy. Got to be sleepless and painful night for me. Oh, no. Terrible. That is. Now, you got to be careful of that oxy, though, man. That stuff. The dog's on your feet.
Yeah, my blanket. I'm like, not your blanket. I didn't bring it for you. Brought it for me.
Yeah, I try to stay away from the stuff that could be slightly addictive because I've got that personality, and I know that it's a very good possibility I could end up abusing it. So I try to stay away from it as much as possible.
No, you have never needed it for anything.
They gave it to me for my teeth when I had my wisdom teeth out, and they gave it to me after my blood clot.
I don't know.
Oh no, it was whenever I almost cut my finger off.
Yeah.
They gave me a prescription for oxy. I was like, nope, I'll just do without it. I don't want it.
It makes me sick. So,
but okay, so we covered the animals. Let's see here. The garden and the orchard. The only thing garden wise is somebody got a new greenhouse.
Indoor greenhouse.
It's an indoor greenhouse.
Sweet potato slip started. So those will be ready to go in May. Is when I usually sell them. I was a little disappointed though, because I went and I got quite a few of the Japanese sweet potatoes.
And you remember we talked about it last week because they cost way too much money.
And so I talked about it last week because they cost way too much money. And then I went to go get them in a pot. I got another dog in the trash.
Hey,
so
the dog or the cat?
No, it's the dog. I just watched her pull that bag out.
Hey.
And so then
No.
yes, Freya has a plastic bag. I watched her pull it out. And so then I went to go plant them, and 2 of them were rotten. Like, I literally just bought these. And so it's fine that it happened, because this way it didn't happen in the pot and the strongest survived. So I don't know if they have any more, because I picked the last that were in the box. So if they have any more, I'll stop by and see, and then pick some more up, because those are popular. They're purple. The sweet potato itself inside the meat is purple, and they taste like a baked potato, like a mix between a baked potato and sweet potato.
They're very good.
They're delicious.
Hey, do you want to get some Jerusalem artichokes and see if you can get them to start?
Why would I do that?
Because we got a bucket right there full of them.
Well, why don't you plant them outside?
Because it's frozen outside, and I've got a whole bunch outside already. I was going to eat them. I
don't want to grow them in the house.
You start them.
Oh, I need to get the aquaponics started. And I need to get those ordered. And then, yeah, so there's just a lot. There's a lot that needs to be done. Bean sprouts, that kind of thing. So let's start getting everything going. I need mats for the bean sprouts. So, but anywho, so that's where it's at. It's just gardening starting.
You know, you were going to do the bean sprouts and all that stuff. I started thinking about it. So when we had the rabbits, I would get barley and I would sprout it out for the rabbits. And
in the bucket.
I would use 5-gallon buckets, and you end up with a puck about 2 inches thick, the size of the bottom of a 5-gallon bucket,
right, with
bean sprouts.
Right.
I mean, they're just straight up bean sprouts.
Right.
Why couldn't we eat those?
You can.
Well, they're
like, I have bean sprouts, and I've got broccoli sprouts right now. The broccoli sprouts are what's up in the window. And then I've got some poppy seeds. So I'm going to get some poppy sprouts going. And then I found those seeds. And then mung bean, we can do sprouts. So there's a lot you can do. I just need I need more grow lights. 2,
I can't find that other one. It's back there, but I can't find it.
So there's more out and out building. When you get a chance, you got to take that food back to the freezer anyway.
What food?
All the stuff that I made this weekend.
Oh.
On Sunday needs to go in. I've got everything vacuum sealed. So I did a big pot. So snow days weekend. My cabinets have been driving me nuts. And so I said, I'm going to make it a point to start on the cabinet. So I did. I started with pantry. Woke up Saturday, all in my sweats, my hair thrown back, and I went through the pantry.
Was it Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday. Sunday I cooked. Well, I cooked on Saturday too, but remember, because I was like, hey, there's some stuff in here that looks kind of wonky, and we need to do something with it.
Jane survived the cold.
That's good. Are you still sick? You have mail over here that you need. You have bills to pay. Get your bullet over here. Get your stuff. I'll leave it on the table for you. And then trying to think. So anyway, so I got that done, and then got the floor cleaned out and all that. And then just saw what squirrel got. You're right. And then it's true, she is a squirrel. And then so anyway, so got that pantry done, and I'm glad I did, because there were some cans that needed to be pulled out, some stuff that needed to be thrown out, that kind of thing. Actually I only had to throw one item out, and it was kind of weird what it did. So at some point it might have fallen on the floor, I think, and then popped a little bit. So it was compromised, and it was tomato paste. So it was super sad, because that's a commodity in my house. It's how I make all of my pasta sauce and all of that. So anyway, so I did that, and then in turn turned around on Sunday. Well, I started on Saturday. What did I make on Saturday? Oh, Saturday I did the rice and chicken with cream of chicken and mushrooms and all of that. Did a casserole, threw that together, put broccoli in there and all kinds of stuff. Delicious. And then I made soaked my beans for chili. Made chili all day
You
Saturday.
did pork chops on Saturday.
Yeah, I put the pork chops on top of that casserole, and then I seared them and then put them on. Oh, so good. And then I cut the pork chops. I'm like, how do you want me to preserve these? And you want me to cut them up? And he's like, yeah, cut the bones off of them, give the bones to the dog. So I did that. And so I was like, well, if I'm cutting them up, I just cut them up all the way and I'll just mix them into the casserole. So that's what I did. And he's like, would you do the pork chops? And I cut them up. I put them in the casserole. And he's like,
Well,
but I went for a pork chop.
You missed a step there. She portions them out into single serving. She freezes.
Because I don't get home until 8. He's got to eat by 6. So I portion everything out.
Actually, 5:30 now. That changed.
Why 5:30?
Because the fasting window got bigger and the eating window got smaller.
Whoops.
Well, I can eat after 5:30. I just have to push the beginning of the window
Okay.
around. It's a little movable.
Yeah. So anyway, he was looking for pork chops. So I got irritated. And I'm like, there's plenty of food in there. It's not a big deal. And then I was like, what do you want for dinner? Because I like save a step. I can do something else another day. And so he's like, I said, you want chili or you want baked spaghetti? And he's like, baked spaghetti. So I was like,
you just said spaghetti. I'm the one that wanted baked spaghetti, and you acquiesced, and it turned out really good.
Well, that was 3 days prior to me making it. So, but I did ask you if you want to bake spaghetti. And so like I did it just like my big ziti. And for some reason, so I was talking to a coworker who likes food. He doesn't call himself a foodie, but he likes food. And I'm like, what would the difference be? Because Garen swears it's creamier, that it's better. And so it's got to be the density of the pasta.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be. Like you get more of a coating ratio where you don't with the big ziti.
Right.
And so very, very interesting. It was good. I've been Mac Daddying on that.
Mm-hmm.
I had it for lunch and dinner today. So, because one container, that's 2 meals for me. So, but yeah, so I got that done. And then what else did we do? Oh, did you ever take those ham and beans to work? You take those to work, or those need to go back?
Those need to go. I'll put them in the freezer.
Okay. And so, yeah, so that's just what I've been doing. And then all the soups, so the chili and all that stuff, I back mastered those. So those are already, well, what should be 8 portions, but sometimes turn out to be like 6 or 2 or whatever. But so anyway, but yeah, so got all that done. So then that way he can just pop that open, pour himself a bowl.
Speaking of the vac master, I was having a conversation with somebody today. We have never tried vacuum sealing one of the Mylar bags in there, and I read up on it. And with that model, you can vacuum seal the Mylar bags.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about testing out, instead of using O2 absorbers,
Still have to have those two absorbers.
but using the vac master to seal the bag, and then once the bag's sealed, then you push the little Ziploc closed. But see if that takes up less space, and it was an interesting concept. So I think I'm going to do that.
I mean, I don't care.
I had a great about a 30-minute discussion with somebody about the food saver bags versus the plastic sous vide bags versus the Mylar bags, and different types of Mylar and stuff like that.
And why is this?
They were curious about it, and they asked me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why I have so many different bags?
Well, no, it wasn't why we had so many different bags. We were just discussing how longevity of them all lasts. Okay, guys, listen. The food saver bags, those are not supposed to be used for long-term storage. The most we've ever got out of those bags in the freezer, not being thawed and everything, is what, about 2 years?
Not even that.
2.5 years.
Not even that.
Those eventually become air permeable, but they're meant to keep your freezer stuff from getting freezer burn, is what they're meant for. And you can use them dry. Like I know people that vacuum seal ammo, or when they go camping, they vacuum seal stuff that needs to stay dry while they're camping in it, but they're not meant for long-term storage. And we learned that the hard way because we tried using it for long-term storage. The sous vide bags are also not meant for long-term storage. Those last even even less than the food saver bags as far as I've seen, because I've had stuff that was in the freezer for not even 2 or 3 months, take it out and thaw it out, and it leaks everywhere. So I've had that happen.
That means the seal wasn't sealed all the way. If it's leaking,
Well, but it's that thing sealing.
it could have got crinkled or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you just never know.
You know, the only stuff that we've got that is long-term storage is I think the thinnest stuff we have is what, 4 mil, but we usually try to use 6 mil.
I try to do nothing less than 5 mil.
5 mil. Okay.
And then because I wasn't happy, I got lower grade mill, and it's junk. It's just junk. It doesn't, with as much as we travel and carry everything around, it doesn't work.
Or if you have anything that with a sharp edge on it,
Pasta,
Yeah.
rice, that kind of thing,
cuts it up.
it'll go right through it. So Freya, have you lost your ever loving mind?
crate, get in the crate.
So the trash needs to be burned, Karen.
Well, it's too windy.
You set them up.
It's been too windy.
You set them up for failure. So, but it makes a difference. You just
Well-
got to make sure. I prefer, like, on my stuff and anything that I sell, 7 mil. That's at minimum.
And even then, you're putting desiccants and O2 absorbers in them.
Yeah, Jessica does. It depends. Kind of laid off on that, unless there's anything like
Or when it was,
high fat content, that kind
or
of
it
thing.
was really humid.
Or humid in the house when I'm doing stuff. And then the O2 absorbers always, except for with like candy and sugar and stuff like that, of course. But yeah.
So there you go. You just got the nickel class on
Food storage.
food storage bags.
Oh goodness.
And speaking of pantries, I think that's going to be the major theme throughout the years is getting the pantries cleaned up and getting everything reorganized, because we
Just being able
moved
to
in.
find things.
We moved in here and just had to store stuff all over the place. We need to find it. We need to empty a bunch of jars out, get rid of food, and just take care of the mouse problem that we had. The mouse ate through the floor of the feed shed. There's a great big hole about that big around the bottom of the feed shed.
Well, they're not stupid. If
Were
you're
they-
not going to let them in, they're going to just come in. You
Well-
took away their access when you put in the door for the heated cubby for everybody. So now the mice are like, oh, look, I can get feed. There's feed on the floor. And oh, I get heat too. They're not stupid. Plus, I poisoned the crap out of them. So they're not coming in this house anymore.
Cats find them.
Well, outside or
No, inside.
inside still. I put so much poison down. I bet you I need to refill stuff. You gotta find me that poison. So I've been like, because the floor, so that floor has gaps and holes, and underneath the doors have gaps and holes. And so they can just come in. Plus, 'tis the season. It's winter and you live out in the middle of the country.
Mhm.
It is what it is. So when you have homestead life, these are the battles that you got to take. But I gladly take those battles over snake battles. So, but Dad says I should
No,
let loose a black snake in the
No,
house, but
we're
I'm
not.
not doing that.
we're not putting snakes in the house.
No. And so,
They're getting underneath the house anyway.
huh?
They're underneath the house anyway in the summertime.
The snakes?
Yeah.
Ooh. I didn't need to know that.
They're not coming in the house though.
Well, I am going down there either. You get to put a good bladder in where you put my storage, because I am dealing with that.
Because you'll pee all over the floor if you go down
Oh
there.
my God. Oh, no, I'm never going down there. Oh.
Well, as soon as we get stuff patched up and done,
I don't do snakes.
As soon as we get everything done back there, that'll stop. But right,
I had a nightmare experience when I was a kid, and my brother, oh my God, my little brother, he had a snake. He went and got this gardener snake, and the gardener snake ended up being pregnant. And so I don't know about any of you, like if you know about snakes, they don't just have 1 or 2 snakes. They have hundreds of snakes. Hundreds. And the snake got out. I guess it felt like it was time to go lay eggs. So the snake decided it was going to go lay its eggs in my closet. There were snakes all over my room, everywhere. It was a nightmare. You couldn't stick your foot in a shoe without getting a snake. And then they were in my mom's closet. There was no safe spot upstairs. And it's all Ryan's fault. And so I don't do snakes.
Not a big fan of them either. I've gotten better living out in the country. I've gotten better. I still don't like them.
I still see the big black snake when it's coming out of the duck coop or the chicken coop or whatever. And I'm still like, home, but I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, home, but trying to get away from it. I don't know. Like it's going to grow legs and chase after me. I have no clue how fast these things are. I don't want nothing to do.
They're just as afraid of you as you are of them.
That's what you keep saying, but I don't think it's true. I think sometimes they look at me and they wonder, they just, with their eyes, it's like, you better know I can eat you and I'll take you out.
See, and I don't mess with the
toe at a
snakes.
time.
The snakes and possums and all that, as long as they stay away from the coops, they're safe. I will not kill them. I'll move them. But as soon as they start messing with the eggs and the chicks and everything, is whenever I take care of
Was
them.
that last year that we had to kill one? The year before?
2 years ago. No, I got 2 last year. I got 2 last year in the chicken coop.
Yeah, because in the guineas, it was in the guinea coop.
There was one in the guinea coop.
Remember the guinea was flying, the snake was like on it, and then you had to unwrap it to get the head cut off because it was like choking out the guinea while we're trying to get it off of it.
Yep.
Like, I don't even know what the snake was thinking. It wasn't that big. I don't know how it was going to get this guinea in its mouth, but this is what I'm saying. Like these snakes, I mean, they got gonads. It's weird. It's like they know.
Snakes are useful, but as pets, they smell really bad.
Yes, they do. Ugh.
No snakes as pets.
Mm-mm.
Her brother still keeps snakes.
Oh, he's got a lot of snakes and lizards and weird stuff. Tarantulas. Did he say he had a tarantula? I don't remember.
I don't know.
He's got weird stuff. He's a weird guy.
Yeah, he's a little weird. He is a little weird.
So I think my mom dropped him on his head.
May have done some
permanent damage.
Well, it was.
Of course, he probably says the same thing about me. So I don't know. You can tell my dad's not in here. Dad would be saying some things.
So the only thing, we go to the infrastructure. You can't work outside in this weather. It's too cold. You can't dig in the ground because it's too hard. I got the hinges put on the trap door in the laundry room, so that works. But I gotta take the ledges out underneath it and move them down so I can make the door thicker, because it's not thick enough right now. I messed up when I put the stops in.
Oops.
Yeah.
And then we figured out, so now that we have everything sealed up and the floor, now you can actually tell where the cold is coming from. Mm-hmm. And so there's a breeze coming, and you figured out it's coming from the vent, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's part of it is the dryer vent goes straight outside. It doesn't have a baffle on the end of it.
Oh, we should put a baffle on.
Yes, I know that. I got to buy one and get it put on there.
Will that stop that?
Well, it won't stop it, but it'll make it so it's not as bad.
Yeah, let's do that. But they're not expensive.
The vent is extremely cold. You can just feel the cold air radiating off of it.
Yeah, so he's gonna build like a little cabinet around it. We're just gonna hide it and hope that stops it.
Yeah, and with the cold, did not have any water in the main part of the house freeze up. The lines going to the second bathroom froze up again this year, but they thawed out today. I put the heater underneath the cabinet, and it warmed it enough that I got a trickle of water. I turned them on, and
we probably need a bigger heater in there. That's what I'm thinking.
As soon as we get the back of the house done, it's not going to be an issue, because the stove back there will keep underneath the house warm enough. It's just until then. But it didn't get so cold that it cracked the toilet again. So
that's good.
There's that.
Because you better knock on wood. It's going to be cold again this weekend.
Nope, I got it. It's warm enough in there.
Okay.
So we got the front part of the house done well enough that anytime we open the door for the the stove, you can literally feel the air being sucked in from the back of the house. Keeping the house warm this year, I don't remember it being this hard in years past.
Our floor wasn't collapsed in years past. It was close, but it wasn't as bad as what it is now. We literally have holes and gaps.
They've always had those holes and gaps.
No, I mean, come on, it's worse now.
But,
it just keeps. It has to get done this year.
well, we got the money now.
Yeah,
That's the pantry projects are going to go in tandem with the redoing the floor in the back of the house.
well, it kind of has to, right? I
Yeah.
think it has to.
Yeah.
So it flows better.
So I have to get the current pantry cleaned out so I can move stuff out of those 2 rooms, and then
Into the pantry.
I can start tearing out the floor and
Mhm.
doing that. And luckily I got it figured out. I can do one half of the floor, then do the other half of the floor.
Oh, so cold without a floor in the house. So cold.
That was 2 weekends ago.
Oh, it's miserable. It was miserable. It was cold that day too.
Yeah. And I missed church 2 weeks in a row because I didn't go this Sunday because it was so cold. And
Church was canceled this Sunday.
Was it?
Yeah. Everything was canceled this Sunday. Like, nobody was going to church.
They went to church. They had church.
Who had church?
The church up in Holton.
Everybody canceled. All the cancellations were rolling on TV.
So Brody said they had church.
Sleet and snow. They're like the post office.
It wasn't sleeting and snowing on Sunday.
I mean,
it was cold.
How are we going to get out to go to church?
It was cold. Well, and that's something with that's another thing that has to be done this year is got to get the skid loader taken care of.
Yeah, because you could have done plowed our whole road.
It's
county, illegal to do apparently, but the county won't do it.
The county has not been out to our road, and it started snowing Friday. They still haven't been out here. They probably won't come out.
They won't. They don't care.
Yeah, look, they had church.
Oh, really?
Yep. ACM.
Yeah, they didn't get as much snow as we did. ACM, how much snow did y'all get? I don't know.
They don't live more than 15, 20 minutes away from us.
Did Topeka's the only ones that canceled?
Yeah, because they're a bunch of city people.
I don't know.
They're soft.
I'm not going to say that. But
soft.
Yeah, I'll go walking through the parking garage and somebody will done seeing this video and they'd be like, "Oh yeah, you want to see how soft I am?"
See, they got 6 inches. They got as much as we did.
Weird.
I didn't go because I was outside taking care of animals and trying to get wood.
Well, now I feel bad because we were both up. Like we totally could have went to church. I mean,
no, I didn't get done taking care.
Taken the truck and gone.
I didn't get finished taking care of animals till almost 10.
Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, it was just
could have done it after we got home, I guess.
But you know,
I don't know. You know what they say? Where 2 or more are gathered, our hearts were in it.
Well, I did. I spent 2
our
hours.
bodies were not.
I had spent 2 hours before I went out with the animals, studying.
Yeah,
studying it.
Good.
You know. Let's see here.
Well, and they record. You know, I forget about that. You know, we could always go back and watch the service. They record the service.
Yeah, that's what he said.
I don't know why we don't go back and look.
They don't care how long it takes to plow, but don't you dare be late on your property taxes.
Yeah, that's true. Don't be late on your property taxes, and then don't you dare go out into your road and plow the roads yourself, because apparently in our county that's illegal. But they're all going to have to kiss my butt. Because I'd like to safely be able to get out of my house and to work and back. I literally go out as everything is thawing and getting slippery, and I come home as everything is refreezing. This is not fun for me. I felt like I was going to have a heart attack last night. Karen's like, "You look like you're in a really bad mood." I'm like, "No, I'm just trying to get my heart normal."
It had nothing to do with the way you looked. It had nothing to do with the way you looked as you came in and started complaining.
I was like, I can't believe we pay all of these taxes and they didn't plow. Like nothing is no road. None. Nada. I bet you their roads are done. All the county commissioners' roads are done.
Probably.
Butt heads. I'm mad.
They're not going to plow our road after this because it's so packed right now that they're not going to plow it.
No, they let all the cars do it. Well, our road is not packed. I'm telling you it's not. I know it's not because I'm still like, I can hear the snow literally hitting underneath my car.
No, Corda says, I don't go to church because I don't believe Just don't believe in how churches preach nowadays. Well,
You would like our church. If
You-
that's
you-
how you feel, you would like our
you
church.
gotta find the right church.
Yeah.
I will agree with you. I will agree with you that the social gospel has
Taken over.
infected
Yeah.
a lot of churches, and it took us a long time to
Find a good church.
find a good church. But the one we go to, the guy does a really good job.
Yeah.
I would not have my butt in the pew if that was that type of church.
Yeah. And trust me, we visited those types of churches. And yeah, we're careful with that. So
Yeah.
we went, we watched, we saw, we worshiped, and then we
You remember
went
that?
back.
You remember that one that was like a rock concert? The entire
Yeah, that's the one I was talking about.
oh. There's
Yeah.
a church in the town we used to live in. I'm not going to name the church because we know people that go there and really enjoy it. But you went in there and the entire service was like a rock concert with a little bit of preaching in between sets. And when I say rock concert, they had flashing lights and I want to say they had a smoke machine but that
There was not a smoke machine.
Okay,
That was all
that-
in your head. You were
that's
seeing
just-
things.
That's just me making it worse than it actually
Yeah,
was.
you're making it worse.
But it was
and it-
loud and just
And then last year we visited a church last fall, and it was the same thing. Garen just kept texting me. He's like so bad. He was texting me in church, and he would text me and then hand me his phone so that I could read it because I wouldn't get my phone out in church. And so he would just type it into his phone and make me read it. And like, first of all, you're distracting me. Second of all, I see what you're saying. Now stop it and just worship God.
I was having PTSD. I was
You were
literally
having some serious PTSD.
I was literally having flashbacks to some of the churches that we visited.
Right. Oh, we were seeing the collapse. So
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
We're
You know,
like,
and-
yeah, we know where this kind of worship service kind of leads to. It's never good.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes a few years, but when it crashes and splits, it's hard.
Nope.
So, but anyway,
Okay. So we covered upgrade. So this coming week, I'm gonna try to get the flooring down. I got to start getting flooring down this week.
yay! That I think will warm up that room too
Oh yeah. I'm
because
putting
it's insulated. Are you
I'm-
gonna put insulation under?
I'm putting the vapor barrier underneath it or the underlayment underneath it. That'll help too.
Do we have some left over?
Yeah, we got
Okay.
more than enough.
Okay. Yeah, and that has a backing on it as well, so it's just double duty. So yeah,
But if I remember correctly, we don't necessarily have to put underlayment underneath.
no,
it.
I know, but we did because we knew that it would keep it warmer.
Mhm.
Right? Didn't you do that in the office? Oh, maybe that's why the office was so cold. If you didn't put it under, in
No,
the
I didn't
office.
put it. I didn't put it under. The office.
I know we did in my bedroom.
The
They
office
really
is
do.
cold. Any room on the north side of this house, guys, is gonna be cold because that wind comes down off that hill and hits the side of the house.
And we got to get everything done so we can get new windows.
I mean, I've got our 28. I think I got the R rating up to 28, 29 on that wall in the office. And you can put your hand on it when it's cold like it has
thought I
been.
remember picking up like 30, 29 or 30.
Maybe I got it above 30, but it's pretty well insulated. And in the wintertime when it's cold like that and the wind's hitting it, you can put your hand on it and you can feel how cold the wall is. I mean, it's just that it's where we live. It's where we live and the way the house is set up. Any room with the northern
Well,
exposure.
And it's also a steel building, so there's that.
Yeah. Well, still, even with that, I put R31 against it. It should. It's not as bad as it was.
Oh yeah, no, it was terrible.
You know.
You
So-
see the ice crystals on the wall. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah. And
That's
scratch
really
the
nice.
ice off the windows.
It's terrible.
And the only thing between that room and the rest of the house was a curtain
Right?
when we moved in.
No, there's a door there.
Was there a door?
Mhm. Yeah, because remember we moved the door.
Oh no, it's right. It was a great big double wide door.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, not a double wide.
Yeah,
door.
it was a big door.
What are you talking about, Willis? All you did was move the door
No,
back.
it was a big no. For the going to the office, there was no door in the office. It was a big double wide, like a door and a half wide hole in the wall. Yeah. The door in the hallway I moved
The
back.
door in the hallway is what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm talking about.
Oh, I don't even remember that door. But yeah, anyway. So I don't know.
Skeins didn't even try to go out until Monday afternoon.
I don't blame you,
It's
girl.
black
I
and-
didn't either. I was like, am I going to be able to go to work? I woke up Monday and Gary's like, you're definitely going to work. And I'm like, okay. And so got up, got ready to go, went to work. He didn't go to work. He stayed home. So when they call school, nobody goes to school. Garen gets to stay home. It's like the magic of the tribal government. And so he doesn't have to go. So he stayed home. And so here I am, like wondering, am I going to make it? But surprisingly, I got to the highways and they were pretty good.
I told you
So,
that was going
yeah,
to be the case.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah. So I even got me some Sonic in. So I go get my poison sometimes in the morning.
And quite frankly, you know, the reason why we get time off whenever the school district's closed is
So you
because
can make excuses.
because we got a bunch of the families have kids that go there that work for the government, and we live in the county, and
we're rural.
and 80% of that school district is rural kids.
Mhm.
And I remember, was it last year or 2 years? It got so cold they couldn't even get the buses started.
Yeah, can't get the buses started. Can't get the buses down the dirt roads. You can't. And I say dirt because they are literally dirt. Oh yeah, why? Because we're double taxed, triple taxed, and the county can't afford gravel for our roads. So we are literally dirt roads.
But they don't want the kids standing outside in -8 degree, -20 degree wind chill,
Yeah,
and then sitting in a unheated bus for an hour.
stuck on the side of the road.
Yeah, so they don't make them come in.
Right.
You know. So Jamie,
Lynn's like, hey, no, I live in Iowa. Oh my goodness.
yeah. Okay, so what's next on the agenda?
Oh, that's because no quarter.
I know, that's why I put it
Can
up
be
there.
worse.
I wanted to make sure that Len saw that.
It's funny.
Oh goodness. Well, what else? What else can we talk about?
No, I don't know. Could talk about anything at this point. Like so much weird crap has happened, but you guys don't want to hear any about that. Not for me anyway. So I got weird stuff going on. I
We
don't
can't talk about it anyway.
I don't know what you're talking about, but no, I wouldn't. The one situation I wouldn't talk about, and then other situations I can't talk about, but there's some other weird stuff. But anyway, so I don't know. It's just boring weird stuff.
You know, one thing I did figure out when it's cold like that, getting the wood splitter going is next to impossible. It had to warm up. It had to warm up on Monday for me to get the wood splitter going again.
The only person I know stands out in the snow and splits wood.
Well, we needed it.
Mm-hmm.
I had the time off. I didn't work on Monday.
Yeah,
You know,
I think plenty of days you had
She
off on
left.
those
I
Fridays
filled
ever.
up the wood crib. We're fully into our 5th quart of wood. We're probably going to go through
Another 3 or 4.
3 at the most.
I don't know about
2
that.
definitely. We'll go through 2 definitely.
I was going to ask you, what day is the 2nd of
Monday.
February?
So
Oh.
next Monday.
Okay. I'm going to have to talk to Lisa.
Oh yeah. But I we've got something I have to do on Monday, and I have to.
And he needs a driver.
I need a driver. So
And that'd be me.
yeah. Unless you can talk somebody else to do it.
Well, I mean, I need to be with you just in case they keep you. So,
Well, yeah.
that's happened before. So I think it would be ideal if I'm there. But I'll talk to them.
Okay, the only time they kept me was when I was having a heart attack or a blood clot. Other than that, it's always been in and out. I've got to go get a heart cath on Monday.
He usually gets in and like they look at the heart cath and they go, oh, okay. And then they come and get me and go, we're taking him into surgery. And so that's happened. And then yeah, so I don't know. That was your second one. I don't know. I can't remember. But so it'll be all right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it was the second one because that was I was actually in cardiac rehab when they figured out I was having another heart attack.
Right. So, like,
Should have told him I wanted my money back.
he's gonna be Mr. Robotic Heart after all of this is done. So,
Well,
but
no, they're gonna
anyway.
go. I've gotten it. I've gotten this eczema. Is that pronounced? Am I pronouncing it right?
I have no clue.
A slight blockage. So whenever I'm stressed out, which apparently is all the time, my part of my heart's not getting the blood flow it needs. So they want to go in and check it and see if it's something that they need to put a stent in, or just work on it health wise.
So I'm laughing because he tells me this news, and so he's breaking this to me, and I looked at him, and he's like, so I'm just not sure. I think I can do this healthy wise, and I don't think that I need the whatever they're doing, the test. I don't think I need that. And I'm like,
No, I didn't say I didn't need it. I said I didn't want to do it.
yeah, he didn't want it, but he wanted my opinion. So I give him my opinion, and he was, I just thought that I could get a little support from you. And I'm like, yeah, I am supporting you. I'm telling you right now, I don't want to be a widow. I don't want to do this all over again. I'm not going to. And if you die, that means I'm moving down there with our son, not in with them, but by them, so that I got family around and that kind of thing, and people that, I'm getting older. Let's not lie. It's just happening. And so I can't be up here and doing all this stuff by myself. And so, that means I'm moving, and I don't want to. I want to stay. I want to tough it out, work it out. And but so I'm like, so I am supporting you. I'm telling you, I want you to be alive.
I'm supporting you.
But I still want you around. Like, you're a major headache. And I want you around.
I just did not.
You should feel so lucky
that you find me, that you tolerate me.
I do more than tolerate you. And so, but
I know. I think I've got a pretty valid concern there. I don't like people rooting around inside my body.
I know, I understand. But so, like, as I'm telling him this, he's getting upset. And you could just see his face is getting red, and he's like the veins are bulging, and he's like,
no, you're exaggerating.
You're exaggerating. I am not. Lynn has seen this behavior from you. I am not lying. And Skanes has seen this behavior from you, and they'll back me up on this. And so he's doing this, and I start laughing. I'm like, see, this is why you are stressed all the time. I am not. And I'm like, okay, and I just walked away.
She never did put two and two together either. So I'm not going to do the math for her. She's going to have to figure it out herself.
I guess I just stress you out all the time.
Yes, you do.
I'm the key. I'm the
no. You're not. You're not alone.
I'm your trigger.
You're not alone at it. You're not alone at it. There's other things.
I think you're just a big baby.
Yeah,
Paul said.
Yeah, Paul. That's why. I'm stressed out all the time. No, quite honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. Yesterday, I was home by myself, and it was too cold to do anything outside after I went and got feed and got hay. But other than that, it was just entirely too cold. So I worked on the book for a while.
So you were at rest most of the day.
But I spent the afternoon and evening, as I was working on the book, I was listening to YouTube videos, and I was listening about fasting and the metabolic health and all that stuff. And it really, the sitting there and being mindful of what was going on and working on the book was extremely relaxing. And last night I changed my bedtime routine after some stuff that I learned. I ended up sleeping from 10 o'clock to 3:30 in the morning, which is pretty normal, guys. Any guy that's my age can attest that 3:30 calling is pretty standard. And normally when I'm up at 3:30, I'm not going back to sleep. I didn't get out of bed until 6:30 this morning.
That's good.
So I went to sleep almost immediately. I didn't start scrolling on the computer or anything. Didn't start doing Bible study. Didn't start doing any of that stuff. But I said a quick prayer, and I was right back asleep, and I slept right through my alarm.
Excellent. That's good.
So I got 8 hours of sleep, and I don't remember the last time I actually got 8 hours of sleep without being drunk the night before.
Paul said, for God's sake, just hug her and give her a kiss. Give me some sugar, baby.
Don't watch the news. You know what? I don't
He
watch.
doesn't. He doesn't
I don't watch the news.
He's just stressed all the time.
I do watch stuff on YouTube, but I've started getting away from the clickbaity stuff. The stuff that they want you to watch because it makes you angry and it gets you scrolling more stuff. I have gotten to the point where I steer away from that. One thing I did learn this week, which was very interesting, if I start watching a lot of 80s music videos or a lot of the videos about the 80s, the nostalgia type videos, if I watch too much of that, I want to drink. I mean,
it was the 80s.
I want alcohol.
Don't watch them.
So, and I quit.
So I got a question for you.
What?
So if you buy a baseball and a baseball bat,
okay,
and combined together, it costs $1.10. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how much is the baseball, and how much is the ball bat? If the ball bat is $1 more than the baseball.
I'm not doing math.
So I have a coworker who's going to college getting his banking and finance degree. And so I get to proofread some of his papers and stuff before he turns them in. And then he reads
at that point, the baseball is 10 cents.
No, that's not the answer. Any of you guys know the answer out there?
The total's $1.10.
The total combined is $1.10.
Okay.
The bat is $1 more than the baseball if you were to buy it separately. How much is the baseball and the baseball bat separately?
I don't know what's the answer.
I'm not giving you the answer.
I hate freaking somebody. Okay, say that again one time really slowly.
Okay. So if you buy you go to the store, you buy a baseball bat and a baseball. The total comes to $1.10. If you were to buy them separately and you know that the baseball bat is $1 more than the baseball, how much is the baseball? Or how much is the bat? What's the price of each?
Is that the answer?
What? Nope, that's wrong.
Okay.
Think algebra.
I don't do algebra. The only algebra that I needed in my head is actually it's not even algebra, it's geometry.
I'm totally screwing with you. So like in this book that he's reading, so in this book it's basically like psychology and where the brain goes, and the brain actually works in 2 different dimensions. And so you have the easy and then you've got the really thinking part. So the answer is the baseball would be 5 cents because the baseball bat would be $1.05 because combined they're $1.10 and the baseball bat was $1 more than the baseball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he didn't come to life for math. Right there, I'm with you. Solidarity, brother. Solidarity.
I'm screwing with y'all. It's just fun to kind of watch how everybody's. So
that's right. So that would only be 90 cents more.
No.
If
$1 more.
If it's $1 more,
makes the baseball bat $1.05.
That would,
and the baseball 5 cents.
Right.
This is $1.10.
Okay. Math, not meth.
I'm sorry. These are the things that tickled me in my life.
I hate riddles.
I
expect the older I get, the more I hate them.
It's really
seriously,
it's not hard.
It's the point we used to get in arguments because she would guess what? No, just guess.
Why can't you just play along?
I'm not going to guess. It's the reason why I don't like gambling, because it's a guess. You're guessing at whether you're gonna win or lose.
Oh my goodness. You gotta appreciate that one. That was pretty good.
I'm a curmudgeon.
Oh my goodness.
Devil Dog, what's up?
Hey,
How you doing, man?
hey.
You just missed Angela doing math, making us do math on the live.
Well, hopefully you caught it. I think it's funny.
No, the math
It's super funny.
Once you say it, yeah, the math makes sense. And
Yeah, you have to break it down to algebra. You have to consider
that's one of those things. That's one of those things that if I would have thought about it long enough, I would have come up with the right answer.
And
I just don't.
This is what I'm saying. 2 sections of the brain.
I don't want to think about it.
I know everybody wants the convenience, the answer right away. And
no, that's just not the type.
That's
not the type of logic I enjoy.
I know you just like weird stuff.
I like taking the abstract and making it abstract.
Abstract sucker.
No, designing a building. You know that it's nothing but geometry and adding and subtracting. And
that was algebra.
There's algebra there, but it's different.
There was no geometry. There were no shapes involved.
Well,
Except for the baseball bat. And
but
baseball.
the world is shapes.
Whatever. Oh my goodness! So that's my funniness for the night. Wah, wah, wah.
Hey, put a one in chat if you were in junior high or high school and you had shop class. So I had shop class as a 7th grader. Was it 7th grader? Yeah, because I moved over to the big building. So yeah, shop class. Do you guys remember how they would give you the like a unfolded box type shape, and you had to figure out what shape it would make, like the 3D shape it would make if you folded it all together? I love that kind of stuff. You know, I on the SATs and ACTs, I did great on those questions, but on the questions like she did, I hated those things.
You're not brainy. You're more handsy.
Well, I'm brainy. I'm brainy. I just don't like it. And
it's funny.
Junior high shop is what I had too. Anti didn't have it. Paul had it. No Quarter had it. Yeah, that's the type of stuff I enjoy.
Mm-hmm. I enjoy woodworking. I
got the router out for the first time in years the other day.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm not nearly as good as I used to be. I got to practice. I routed out where the hinges went on the trap door in the laundry room, and I kind of freehanded it instead of using stops to make sure I kept within the lines, and I did not keep it within the lines. That's okay. It's not terrible, and it's going to be covered up with plank flooring, so it's all cool. Visual spatial processing,
Rubik's Cube and similar puzzles. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate Rubik's
I hated
Cube.
the Rubik's Cube. That damn thing.
So here's my logic on the Rubik's Cube.
You know, it can be taken apart and put together.
There's the logic. Right? That is how you
solve the puzzle.
That is my preferred method of solving those type of problems. Instead of working out, just brute force it apart and put it back together the way it should be. Paul had 2 years of shop.
Nice.
I would have had 2 years too if I hadn't gone to the military academy. And I've said it before, if anybody that hasn't heard the story, my parents taught at one, so I went there in high school and junior high and part of junior college. So yeah, I didn't have shop class in high school, but by the time I was a sophomore in high school, I could lay out an L-shaped ambush and execute a patrol order. So there's a trade-off there.
No, Quarter, if you take the stickers off, then you would know. Like, I would totally know that was put off, but they just popped right off. Literally, the buttons popped off, and you could just move them to where they needed to be.
And I could solve the square one every now and then.
Ooh, the round one was hard.
No, the pyramid one. Because on the square one, the center tile never moves. Right, that color is always the same on that side. Right. The
pyramid moves.
The pyramid has no center, and so I hated that thing.
Yeah. I think I played with the pyramid once and then I stopped.
My parents kept buying them for me.
Why?
I don't know.
It's because you solved one.
I took
you were always solving them.
took the square one apart and put it back together so all the sides were right, and I stuck it on the shelf.
They thought you were smart.
Apparently, they thought I enjoyed it, so they got me the pyramid one. Let's see here. I got one finished on 2.5 sizes and gave it back to my grandsons and said, "There you go, almost done." Let you finish it. Let's see here. Hides the 5 underneath the Monopoly board. Hey, you got to bank it someplace.
That's right.
Not only the Rubik's cubes, puzzles, they double as weapons.
Right.
Hey, you know what? That the $500 under the board of Monopoly is like burying it in a can in your backyard. It's not cheating.
This is why I was always the banker. I never liked anybody else being the banker because you're a bunch of cheaters. And especially if I had to play with my cousins.
Did you make them cry?
Probably.
So they would play Tripoli. Anytime we
told the story already.
Anytime we get together with friends of ours at the old house, they would play Tripoli. I hate Tripoli. I hate that game. So I would never play. And within 30 minutes, somebody was crying. And it was usually because Angela was being mean to him in the game.
Because I want to let people cheat. Like, there is no cheating. You can't cheat. What are you doing?
My daughter was not happy with me. That one after the 3 boys arguing over the next video. The city maker. Not the greedy one.
No. Why would you say that?
How much did you cheat?
Nice.
Slipping stuff into your own pocket.
No, never.
Really?
I'm a pretty competitive person. I'm competitive. And so, you know, like I can just beat everybody. And so I'm good. And this is why people cry.
You've never won a game of Trailer Park Wars. You've never won one.
No, you know what? I haven't.
No.
But you know what? I didn't
You know
cry.
why? You know why?
I didn't cry because I'm not white trash.
I almost made Mason cry.
Yeah.
If you guys
do you remember my brother? Just play the game.
If you have never played Trailer Park Wars, here's a synopsis of the game. You get cards and they've got amenities and disasters and tenants, and you build your trailer park. Mm-hmm. And the cards allow you to put amenities and people into it, and then you attack the other. You lay cards on the other trailer parks.
You can take flamingos,
and the goal is to get these flamingos and win. And if you do it right, you can talk a really gullible young man who really likes your daughter into teaming up with you until the very last move.
And then you take all of his flamingos.
And then you take all his flamingos and you win the game. And he was. I don't know if he was upset or just shocked.
I think he was shocked that you did that.
I was so ruthless about
it. Yeah, games are like a major competition.
Welcome to the family.
Oh, what does he say? Not cheating just because you what? You forgot I have it. Oh, that's cheating.
Well, and okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal with the gaming and stuff. When we grew up, the game theory was zero sum solution gaming. In order for me to win, you have to lose. Right? That changed.
Why?
The gaming theory that they started pushing afterwards was we can all win.
Oh, that's participation.
The participation trophy. But the board games started doing that too.
Really?
Yeah, there were if you look at I don't know if you remember some of the games that the kids played. I really can't tell you any, but there was none that was like really ruthlessly cutthroat.
Seriously, we literally made our 4-year-old grandchild cry at Christmas.
Well, but that's because we play games where it's a zero-sum game.
Right. People are going to lose.
Right. And here's why this is important. I'm a firm believer in this. If you really want a good deep dive into something that's interesting, go read up seriously on game theory, because it applies to everything in life. And you can have a zero-sum game where everybody benefits from it, right? You don't have to lose completely in a zero-sum game, but I honestly think it taught the kids how to succeed in life. Understanding that just because it's a zero-sum game, which is very important to learn, because there are going to be times when somebody else has to lose in order for you to succeed, doesn't mean that you have to play the game that way. And I think our kids learned it really well.
Our kids learned well.
I think our kids learned it very well.
That's why we always tease you when you let Eliza cheat.
Favorite board games: Cash Flow, Risk, and Sorry.
Yeah, those are good ones. I don't know if I ever played Cash Flow. I don't think I ever heard of that.
Is that like Life? I don't know. Cash Flow, never.
Must be an Iowa thing.
Yeah, I like board. I like Monopoly. Stratego when I graduated. So my favorite board games are ones that everybody else doesn't like. So I like the old Avalon Hill bookcase games, the big war simulation games. I love those. I play those for hours.
Battleship. I remember Battleship, playing that literally all day.
Paul says Risk is good. You know what? The Milton Bradley, whenever they came out with Fortress USA and Shogun, and what was the third? I didn't like the third one, the science fiction one. But the Shogun and Fortress USA. Oh, no, it wasn't the World War II game. Mm-hmm. Anyway, those were good. Those were good. Way better than Risk. Respect the king. Absolutely.
So
and I don't let her cheat. I let her re-roll.
That's cheating.
No, at that
rules
age.
Are rules.
At that age.
She needs to learn rules are rules.
No, at that age.
I don't agree with you. She needs to learn rules are rules. And she's 6 now. And now she has a problem accepting that there are rules.
Oh, no. See, I did not let her win every time. I did not let her cheat every time. And here's the problem. And you can look this up. It's psychological. At that age, actually at any age, they have to win sometimes. Right?
She never won. She got up and left.
And that's her parents' fault, not my fault. But I don't care when it is, you have to let somebody win every now and then, because what happens if they never win, they quit playing the game.
Oh, Rich Dad Poor Dad created Cash Flow. Dude, that's weird that you would say that. Mark Levin? Somebody was just talking about that.
Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey talks about
Rich Dad Poor Dad. Is he the one that wrote that book?
No, Kirikawa. Is that the guy's name?
I can't remember. I only caught like a portion of the story, but they were just talking about that book today. Interesting.
But yeah, so you have to let them win every now and then. You see it with dogs. If you never let your dog win, they'll quit playing with you, unless they're morons like our dogs were.
Sick of winter, and groundhogs are now taking bribes. We wouldn't make a drive to Pennsylvania, throw 100 down the hole.
That's it. The worst are the DMs that cheat in D&D and always watch the dice.
Yeah.
Robert Kiyosaki.
Yeah.
See, and that was and anti brings something up too. A lot of people poo-poo Dungeons and Dragons, and I
remember in the 80s, the 70s and 80s, that was devil worship.
Well, and I think
they should play it.
I think back in the 80s and 90s, and I don't know what the game's like now. It's a great game for kids because it teaches them how to tell a story.
Imagination.
It teaches them if it's done right, and you have somebody who's a good game master, dungeon master, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It teaches them how to use their imagination. It teaches them how to tell a story. And I'm also a firm believer that everybody should be able to tell a story. Everybody should understand how stories are built and how to tell a story.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if you think about it, our ancestors sat around campfires, and that's how they kept their history alive.
Right.
And if you think about it, you know, everybody's got their favorite storyteller.
Right.
Whether you watch TV or it's TV, there's a lot of crappy TV out there, and it's because they don't know how to tell stories.
Yeah.
But if you find one that can tell a good story, like it was cold on Sunday, I binge watched the first season of the Night Manager, which is based on a book, and it had Tom Hiddleston and Hugh Lowry in it.
Was that the spy one?
Yeah, the spy.
I couldn't pry him off the chair.
Very good storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and slow. It wasn't. You didn't have to have a bunch of explosions in it and gunfights every 10 seconds to keep it interesting. You know, but just a good storyteller. If you're preparing for the end of the world, one of the things you should do is learn how to tell a story.
Yeah.
Because it will make you more valuable to people if you can keep them entertained.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree, Lynn. So that's what we played a lot of cards too. The one game that I would have loved to have learned, and I don't know, I think I was so young, I just never sat down and really learned it. Bridge. I would have liked to have learned how to play bridge. In canasta. I don't think I've ever played canasta either. Yeah, we used to play spades. And then so that was fun.
Gin and gin rummy.
Gin and gin rummy. Uno. Yeah, all of that. So yeah, those are good.
So all the coaches at Wentworth, my dad, Bear, Captain Appear, everybody, they would get in the coaching office and they would play gin rummy. And if one of the coaches wasn't there and you happened to be walking by, Bear would grab you and drag you into the office and make you sit down and play gin with the coaches, because they had to have 4 people.
Mm.
And so that's how I learned how to play gin, and just love playing it. Play it for money. Play spades for money too.
Right. D&D, Lynn says D&D takes way too long. Yes, it does. And
that's
why the weird kids that play it, the weird people that play it, and I say weird, a lot of them stink, because they literally will play like days and not shower.
Oh, I know.
Get through it in the games.
I know, guys.
It gets to a really weird level, which is where the devil worshiping garbage was coming from. And so, you know, everybody out there, I mean,
well, it's just like anything else with kids. There's got to be supervision.
Yeah, you can take anything to a weird level.
But I know guys have been playing the same D&D campaign for 30 plus years.
Yeah, cribbage. I played cribbage. My dad,
I could never figure that one out.
Dad brought a cribbage board. I think we had 2. He had one. Okay, so this will tell you. He had one that was made out of ivory. Can't remember where he got it from overseas, but I can't remember from where that came from. And then I remember a wooden one. So I don't know. And then the other one that I liked was backgammon. I like backgammon. I'm
gonna say my favorite as a kid was chess. My dad taught me very, very young age how to play chess. Mm-hmm. And I was ranked 12th in the nation for under 12 in the American Chess Federation for a little while. And then I started playing football and sports and kind of got away from it. Mm-hmm. But I still enjoy a good game of chess every now and then.
Yeah. And I used to play with the kids a lot, dominoes, but train and that kind of thing. I haven't played dominoes in forever.
Train takes too much. There's too many people involved. Too many
people crying.
People crying.
Oh goodness. Yeah. So that's about it. It is 9:20.
Is it 9:20?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay, you go.
Over my limit here.
Are you?
Yeah, I need to get some stuff done. So.
Well, honestly, guys, I don't know. You know, the only thing I can think about, the stuff going on in Minneapolis.
Night, guys. Take care.
Okay, we're gonna delve into some current topics.
I'm gonna go get some more. I can't believe I didn't change my shoes.
So what we're seeing in Minneapolis is natural selection in action. This guy that got shot, this Alex Purdy. You know, if you ask guys how it's going in Minneapolis, they're saying pretty good. That's all I'm saying. Think about it. Put 2 and 2 together there. Do the math. It'll make sense. You'll laugh here in just a second. But you know, this last guy that got shot, there's a lesson for everybody there. That number one, they're lying about what happened. You know, they say, oh, he was just practicing his First Amendment and his Second Amendment rights. No, he wasn't. He was interfering. He was committing a felony with a gun in his possession. Now, and I'm not defending what happened. I'm not defending ICE there because, quite frankly, we don't know the facts yet. And I'm not going to be like a liberal who is going to take a 2-second snippet of a video and create an entire narrative around it in order to get people inflamed. The facts that we know: he was committing a felony by interfering with federal officers in the execution of their duties. Number 2, he did not announce that he had a gun, which is, if you've been to any firearms class, one of the first things they tell you when you're interacting with police and you're armed, you let them know, right? And you know, you don't get in a tussle with them, you know. And beyond that, you know, why did they have to shoot him so much? It's police training. Guys, in case you didn't know, law enforcement over the last 20 or 30 years, the training has changed, because back in the 80s, this is like pre-Miami shootout time frame, before they started using the semi-automatic pistols. You know, there was a shootout in Miami in 1982, 81, maybe. May have been earlier than that. I can't remember. You can go online and look up the FBI Miami shootout. And most law enforcement at that time used revolvers. And so you had 6 shots. So marksmanship was extremely important. And they learned, you know, the two to the body, one to the head thing kind of came from that old law enforcement. Times have changed. The way they teach law enforcement officers now is you shoot until the threat is done. I don't know if you guys remember, there's an incident early 90s where the guy was sitting on a stoop in New York City, and they ended up firing like 90 shots at this guy, and they hit him with like 40 to 60 of them. You know, why did they shoot him that much? Because the threat did not stop moving. The guy was a threat. They started shooting at him, and he kept moving. And the reason he was moving was because he kept getting shot, right? And so you see these officers, and you can watch the video. You can watch the video and hear it happen. You know, these guys are taught to mag dump whenever they start shooting. And having done some training and having been stress inoculated into it, I can tell you right now, whenever you're trained like that, some of these guys will pull the trigger until they're out of bullets, and they've got these double action guns, which means when you pull the trigger, the hammer cocks and then it goes forward, right? That's double action. Single action is you have to cock it every time. They will keep pulling the trigger. They will empty out their magazine, and they will keep pulling the trigger because they've been taught to just dump their magazine, and the adrenaline starts flowing. Does it not fit you?
I can wear it. It's still tight in the arm.
Do we need to hang on a second, guys?
Just one size larger.
Okay, we'll send it back and get a new one. Get a different one. All right.
Yeah.
Same color?
Yeah, the color's
I got our anniversary present. It's too small. But you know, so this is why they do this stuff. All right. So the narrative there, and the whole narrative that it was an execution, is just BS. There's nothing more than inflamed. Let's see. No, Curtis says, I was watching those videos I'm sorry, but the ICE agents overstepped. They used deadly force when it had not been called for, not saying he was right in what he did. Well, here's the deal, no quarter. And again, we don't know exactly what happened. You can't watch the video and know what happened. And you definitely can't watch the video. And they do this in court. And remember this, because this will come back. If you're a firearms owner and you get into a shootout and it's on film, they will do this to you too. They break those films down frame by frame by frame. And they expect whoever's shooting the gun, and this is a tactic that the anti-gun people use. They expect anybody that's using a gun to make a logical decision at every single microsecond. You should be able to know if it changes, you should be able to see that within a microsecond and change your behavior. Human mind doesn't work that way. It takes several microseconds from the time your brain tells you something to the time you pull the trigger. There's a lag there. And I can tell you, it's my personal opinion. All right. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know. I'm thinking there was a negligent discharge and somebody saw the guy reaching in his pocket for something or making a move. Because this move right here, anytime you get in a tussle with the police, what these guys do, and it's just natural. So you get in a tussle with the police and they try to control your arms and your hands. First thing you do is tuck in like this. Where do your hands go? Boom, they go right to your waistband. Where do people keep guns? In their waistband. Just by that natural action or reaction, you're ramping up the situation. All right.
You're talking about that conceal and carry guy.
Yeah.
So he didn't have any identification on him or his conceal and carry card.
Well,
so he was already breaking the law.
Well, he was already breaking the law by interfering with federal law enforcement.
Right.
I mean,
like that was no good.
Now, and I'm going to say this: if they go to a court of law and they're able to determine that somebody did something wrong, like a negligent discharge or something like that, then whoever did it needs to be held accountable. All right. Now, you're not. I can't see you holding every single one of those officers accountable because the situation was just too chaotic and too fluid, and they were going off their training. Right. You cannot fault somebody for doing their training or reacting the way their training dictates. All right.
They just need body cams. I don't know why
they had body cams.
They've all got. Yeah,
they've all got.
They don't all have.
Yeah, they had body cams.
So that's a new thing. That must be from the last shooting.
But it's. I'm not gonna make a judgment call right now.
No, it needs to be
but making the guy a martyr like the left is doing, and saying that he was just exercising his rights. No, he wasn't. He was part of an organized effort to stop law enforcement from doing what they were legally supposed to be doing. They are the left in this country, the Democrat Party, and the left has embraced the criminal. And I said it last week. They came out and their platform is fraud, waste, and abuse, protect the criminal. Let's see. He went to help a gal that was deliberately pushed with extreme force by an ICE agent. The agent started the issue, and blame lies with him. No, I'm sorry, no quarter. You can't say that. The ICE agent did not just walk up and push her. She was interfering with their legal activity. They were doing what they were supposed to do, and this organization, these people that were out there, are part of an organized effort to keep federal law enforcement officers from doing their job. Period. Right? The blame does not. Now, let me back up a step. There could be fault, but the blame is with the people that escalated this, and the people that are escalating this are the people that are following them around, that are storming hotels because they think ICE agents are in there, that are coordinating on signal with apparently the help of the lieutenant governor of Minnesota, to harass and interfere with these people. That Renee Good, she wasn't a mom taking her kids to school or picking her kids up from school. She was part of an organized effort to stop law enforcement from doing what they do. If they do not get Minnesota under control, and they don't get these people stopped now, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Personally, I would invoke the Insurrection Act on these people, because everybody from Governor Walz down is calling for insurrection in Minnesota. They are fomenting insurrection and sedition, period. And the big news is that Walz and Trump talked today. You know why Walz decided to cooperate? Because they've got him dead to rights with doing insurrectionist stuff and being involved with fraud. And I guarantee you, Trump offered him a deal and said, look, you stop doing what you're doing, help us get stuff under control in Minnesota, turn over the criminals, and we will make sure that you don't pay the price you should pay. We will make sure that you don't get the justice you deserve. All right. So, and no quarter, I respect, you've got every right to think what you think, but I think in this case specifically, you're wrong. All right. The blame does not lay with the ICE officer. And oh no, I'm not saying you believe with the mindset, but you're looking at something after the fact. You're looking at a video. You were not there. You don't know what was said. You do not know what was going on. And he very well may have pushed her. I would have pushed her. I would have pushed her too. You think he pushed her too hard. Personally, every single one of those people should be on the ground. As soon as they get with arm's reach, they're a threat. They should all be put on the ground. They should all be put in handcuffs. All right. That's my personal opinion from my experience in security work and my experience dealing with the son that's in law enforcement, and quite frankly, from my experience interacting with law enforcement from time to time too, in a misspent youth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. But the Mr. Petrie was in the wrong. Had he not been there, here's the deal. This is one thing. It's moral agency. All right. Everybody thinks that they have the moral right to do whatever they want to do. Part of moral agency is taking responsibility. All right. The left in all these cases, they feel morally justified in doing what they're doing, but they don't want to take any responsibility. Renee Good, had she not hit that police officer or that law enforcement officer, she would not have got shot. Had she not been there interfering with legal duties of federal officers, she would not have get shot. Now, here's the deal. As somebody who has great distrust for the United States government and the powers that be, if it ever gets to the point where I feel that I have to interact with government agencies, government officials, law enforcement officers, and that force on my part may be necessary, I'm not going to whine about it. I'm not going to whine about the repercussions. I'm going into it knowing exactly. Here's the fact. That woman's partner, Renee Good's partner, the video's out there. I think I talked about it last week. She got shot. She hit the officer with the car. He shot back within his rights. Her first words out of her mouth, you can hear it on film. Why would you have real bullets? Because I'm a law enforcement officer and I'm going after violent criminals. That's why. These people are being used and they don't even realize it. and they feel that they are morally justified in doing what they're doing without any context whatsoever, and they feel that they can do whatever they want with no repercussions. I'm a firm believer. I don't care who you are. You are ultimately responsible for what happens to you. All right, it's just like that car wreck. The police, the people that witnessed it said there was nothing I could have done to stop it. Yeah, there was something I could have done to stop it, not be in that place at that time. And every decision I made going up to that point put me in a position where that happened. All right. Same thing with Ray Good. Same thing with Alex Petrie. Same thing with any number of things. And the example that I use a lot of the times makes people really upset because they say I'm victim blaming, and I'm not. What I'm saying is that the decisions that you make put you in a position that stuff happens. Yep, they're riots. No idea why you're skipping chat. Did I miss stuff? I wasn't ignoring you guys. I was on a rant. I was on a roll. I apologize, Anti, if you feel I wasn't paying attention to the chat. That was not my intent. But this is something that I've been this whole moral agency thing. I was thinking about this a couple of weeks ago, and I've been thinking about it ever since. This is as people on the right, as patriots and conservatives, we have to understand how moral agency fits into what we believe in. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Violence may not be the answer, but violence is an answer sometimes. And sometimes it's the answer that needs to be put out there, that needs to be used. All right. So we have to understand when we use it, what the repercussions are, why we're using it, which the people on the left, vast majority of these people have no idea why they're behaving the way they behave. They think they do, but whenever you put it up against a logic test, it doesn't work. All right. So take my rant for what it is. I'm sure I'll probably get demonetized for some of the stuff I said, but I don't care tonight. This is just it is what it is. All right. And the reason why I get worked up about this is because too many people on our side. I'm not saying any of you guys, don't get me wrong. I'm not pointing there's not a single finger pointed at anybody in this chat, because I know you guys are different than the people I'm thinking about. But there's a lot of people that are out there that will say all kinds of inflammatory stuff with no freaking clue as to what they're talking about and what the repercussions are. One of the very interesting things about where we live, the bloody Kansas, you realize the Civil War was being fought where we live a good 20 years before the Civil War actually started. Okay. Both called Trump and cried, "Sorry, please help us." Oh yeah. You know what? I'm not sure it went down like that, Anti. I honestly, I'm not really sure that it went down like that. I think it was more of a back channel. Hey, this is escalating. You guys need to get a handle on it. And Tom Homan, that's the threat of Tom Homan being sent is probably what got them to come to the table. Seriously. And the fact that the mayor and the lieutenant governor and Waltz have been A, pegged in this fraud thing, and B,
told their people to stand up.
Yeah, they've been promoting sedition is what they've been doing, period. But the real players, the people pulling the strings, nothing's probably going to happen to them. They'll sacrifice the pawns on the chessboard, but the people that really deserve to go to jail won't go to jail. You know, convenient the fraud is out of the news. You know, it may be out of the news, but it's not out of it's not out of the politics of it all. Because I was watching something today. They can't hire enough prosecutors, federal prosecutors, to handle all the fraud cases they got going on. They're moving forward on it. You know, but again, you know, Lynn makes a good point. The news is going to feed you stuff that gets you to watch it, get you inflamed, and get you worked up about their side of the narrative. The Crowder crew had an insider that vetted it, and Holman's already there. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny because Tom Holman, the left wishes him dead and just all kinds of nasty stuff about him. And President Obama gave him a civil service medal for how many illegal aliens he deported when he was working for Obama. So yeah, it's kind of funny how that works, huh? Times change. All right, guys. Well, I ranted enough. It's 9:42. Guys, thanks for sticking around. You know, if you're now I got a cat. Why are you on the table? Huh? Can you guys see this? This is pathetic. Yeah, he's a very decent man. You know that here's a story. So Rowdy, one of the guys in the community, was in Washington, D.C. doing something for EMP Shield. And he had dinner, and it was him, Candace Owens, Tom Homan, because Tom Homan is a spokesman for EMP Shield. So they were all having dinner together. And if you go back in our back catalog, there's a video where I got stung in the eye by a bee, and my face is all swollen up like this. And I sent him a picture of it, and because we were unloading stuff over at his house, and I just wanted to show him what happened. And Tom Homan saw me. They were all laughing about my face being swollen. And when I say it was swollen bad. But Tom Homan is sitting at this table laughing, him and Candace Owen laughing about me getting stung in the face by a bee. I was like, thanks, Rowdy. Really appreciate that. Just really, really appreciate you doing that. You know. So if he ever sees me, I'm going to remind him of that and see if he remembers it. But all right, guys. Again, thanks for coming. I do need to get off because it's time to go to bed. I'm going to kill this cat. Get off the table. Get your nasty, dirty paws off the table. But subscribe, like, do all the stuff, all the doobly doos underneath the video screen that make the algorithm understand what you like. Most importantly, guys, go out and live a life done free tomorrow. All right, take care.